Welcome back to Your World Today. I'm Jonathan Mann.
And I'm Colleen McEdwards. Here are our top stories this hour. Mir Hossein Mousavi is calling for a huge rally. Wants it to happen Thursday in the Iranian capital. The opposition leader also repeated his call for a new vote, saying Friday's vote was tainted by fraud. More protests also held today in Tehran.
The Revolutionary Guard is trying to clamp down on the flood of information on the internet. It is threatening legal action against any website that, in its words, incites people to riot. The regime has banned foreign journalists from shooting video of the protests. The rights group of Iranian Nobel Peace Laureate Shirin Ebadi is calling for an end to the violence. The Human Rights Defenders Council, as it's known, has come under increasing pressure in recent months, and now it is speaking out. Pantea Beigi is with Peacejam Foundation and has been in touch with Ebadi. Thanks so much for being with us. Let me ask you, first of all, about Shirin Ebadi. She's been so careful in the past years not to question the legitimacy of this regime. She's questioning it now, I take it.
Thank you for having me. I think the most important thing to realize is that Dr. Ebadi puts serving the people and protecting their rights first. And I think for the most part, that is why she stays aside from the political side of things and tries to be there when someone is imprisoned or when someone is in need, so that she can still have access to the right legal channels and in order to be able to defend them in the courts there. But I think right now the circumstances are different, and it goes back to human rights again. Essentially, calling for a new vote means that this is a human rights issue, and she is speaking out for the rights of the Iranian people, even though she herself has been boycotting the Iranian elections for the past 30 years because she believes it's really not a free election, since the candidates are not chosen by the people, rather by the Guardian Council. However, given that that is her own personal opinion, she stands by her people, and she believes that there should be a new vote in order to ensure and satisfy the people and the demand that they've made from their country and the international community as well.
Now, her offices have been raided in the past. She has been arrested in the past. You have spoken with her. What kind of position is she in now? Is she afraid that she'll be behind bars again? Is she taking steps to avoid it? Or are authorities taking steps to keep her quiet?
Well, this is nothing new to her or the Center for the Defenders of Human Rights in Iran. As you all remember, in December, both the Center for the Defenders of Human Rights in Iran and Dr. Ebadi's office were raided. And the center has been shut down since then. And the lawyers that were recently arrested from the center had been working from home, basically. They had not been able to return to the center and work in their office space. And they've, in the past 30 years, all of the human rights activists and lawyers have been under these pressures, and this is really nothing new to them. And Dr. Ebadi really has always been open and shared, her stance on certain issues, knowing there would be certain consequences she would have to face, and those consequences have come in the forms of the multiple death threats and just attacks towards her home, her office, over the past few years.
So we aren't likely to see her, I guess, at any of the rallies, are we?
She's not in Iran right now, and I am not sure. I don't know of when she will be returning to Iran.
Can I jump in on that thought? Forgive me for interrupting. Why isn't she in Iran? Was that a judgment she made that it would be better for her elsewhere? Does she have plans to return?
I honestly don't know of her plans. I do know that she strongly has believed and will continue to believe that she's an Iranian citizen and will continue to live there and work there and serve her people. At the moment, she was touring for the past few months around the world in public speaking engagements in different countries, and she canceled a few of them a few weeks ago, returned to Iran to attend to a few of the cases that she was representing. So she's constantly in Iran representing different political prisoners in the courts, but she also has...
I'm going to jump in again. Forgive me for interrupting. I'm just endlessly intrigued by this. Did she choose to be out of Iran for a particular reason? Was she afraid of her own safety there? Can you tell us where she is?
She's in Europe right now, and I think her fear for her safety right now is really not much different from her fear for her safety 6 months ago in December when she was in Iran and when she was attacked. So this is, like I said, nothing really new to her. But I do know that she had engagements in different countries in Europe that she had to attend to. And other than that, I am not really sure of other intents or future plans. But I do know that she will remain a human rights lawyer that will still work in Iran up until, as she says, always up until the day that they would imprison her. That would be really the only option for her to stop working or to stop, being active there.
She is in a difficult, precarious position. Pantea Beigi, thanks so much for talking with us.
Thank you.
And as Tehran and all of Iran braces for more, you can count on CNN to bring you complete coverage on air and online. Check out CNN.com for the latest video, photos, and analysis.